Have we ever done a show where you're not wearing a hat?
Yeah, it was called No Hat Christopher.
We did. Yeah. That was the actual.
Is it a title? Is it a title? So weird.
You were so on top of that.
Yeah. Well,
that wasn't an edit.
No.
Your answer came out that fast.
It was that fast. You guess what else?
What's that?
I was at the beach. You know what I did?
What did you do?
Cannonball! Let's go! I don't see why we should edit any of that.
No, but
Bring it. That's good stuff.
You were so fast with that answer.
Well, I
that
thought
was
about
great.
it before I walked up the stairs.
It was only the title of the episode, Derek.
That was just in there. You did it. Actually, I didn't. So you wrote that title.
Oh, that's funny.
Woo! That's good stuff, baby.
That's good stuff.
Hey, man.
What you're looking at now is Florida
Burnt
beach
forehead.
coach.
Crusty forehead.
You know what's not crusty is motivatewithcoachcamp.com.
Thank you. That's very motivating. I like that. And I rushed all the way back here from Florida
Straight.
just so I could go to SRP Studios LLC.com.
That's right. It's that fun of a place.
That's where I wanted to go for my vacation.
And if you want to have fun along with us,
Yes.
you can email us
Oh, how they do that?
at cannonballing.gmail.com.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. The sun has made my voice better.
See how positive we are?
I like that.
You know, it's because we go to Positive Voices.
That's
it's a
where I go.
Facebook group.
Yes.
Check it out. Link in the description.
And you can put something positive in there. Hey, we're at 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We hit 1K.
That is really outstanding.
That's pretty neat.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? While they're in there, if they want to drop us $1 or $2, how could they do that?
They can go to Motivate with Coach Camp at Venmo.
Yes. And Tony Harrington did that. You guys should too.
If all of you put $1 in there,
Wham. Yes. We'd have $8. $800,000. Now what?
Hey, if you're in the Facebook group,
Yes.
yeah, that's $1,000.
Easily.
Look at that.
Easily. Right there. Grando.
Do we post any promotions for this podcast in the group? Because
I think so.
I don't manage the group at all.
No, I don't.
So should we start doing that?
Yeah. I just need a social
And
media
most
manager.
certainly your Monday
Somebody.
show.
If you know somebody, have them call me.
That's right.
Thank you.
Venmo at Motivate with Coach Camp.
Bam. Hey, man. Wow. We're jumping right into a show, aren't
So
we?
welcome home.
Thank you.
So you've been gone for about 4 days, 5 days?
We stayed 3 nights, so I'll go 5 days. There was 4 nights, 4
Yeah.
days. I don't know. It all runs together after the sun blinds me.
What's the drive time? Where did you go again in Florida?
Panama City Beach, Florida.
And what's that drive time?
Well, it always depends on traffic, of course. So depending on what time of day you leave, we did the trip down in like 7.5, trip back about 8.
Oh, okay.
So just varies a little bit. Back in the day,
It's a highly traveled weekend.
it is a very highly traveled weekend. And back in the day, before there was some opened up highways, because they've done a lot of work with roads over the years, I remember going to Panama City Beach and it would take 9 to 10 hours to get down there.
That's a hike.
Yeah. So it's the speed of which you can drive it.
Yeah. But to get to a nice beach and be on the ocean, that's not that bad. I mean,
it's not bad
it's
at
worth
all.
a weekend trip.
Sure.
I was spoiled. I was 30 minutes from the ocean growing up.
That's good stuff.
You know, and Memorial Day weekend is sort of when the beach areas flip on the switches, bloop, turn the lights on, and it is go time because a lot of the restaurants and the gift shops and the antique stores and all these quaint places close for the winter.
Yeah.
Because most of them
Maine,
most of them are owned by people that live in New York, Massachusetts, Canada, all over.
Come up there for the summer.
Snowbirds in Florida. Yeah, and when Labor Day hits, whoosh, that's when the switch goes down and they're gone.
Yeah.
So where I'm from, Memorial Day weekend is, it kicks off our summer in a way. We're down here, it's been summer for a little bit.
It goes a little, but in Panama City, there's a shutdown moment, and that's hurricane season. So, watch out for that.
Which is behind us now,
They'll
right?
sneak up and grab you. I think so. I believe, yes, it should be.
We're in tornado weather now.
We are in tornado weather. We did have one big thunderstorm come through, but it was at nighttime. We woke up and there was puddles. So, other than that,
not too
look,
bad.
Memorial Day. So, I will say this. I was walking down the sidewalk, and all of a sudden, some fireworks went off. I was not expecting it. Dude, I hit the deck in my car because I flashback. I'm like, well, what the? Because it sounded like gun.
Yeah.
It sounded like gunfire.
Sometimes the fireworks that they have for the softball games and the baseball games will catch me.
Yeah, it got
I'm
me
like,
off
is
guard.
somebody shooting out there? And then when you, of course, every once in a while,
It's like, oh, wait, fireworks.
Hernando happenings.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear those gunshots?
What was that?
And comment after comment. No.
Yeah.
It's the fireworks.
That's
They
right.
do it every week.
What's going on here? This is crazy. So, yeah, it was a good trip, man. Did you miss me?
I did.
I missed you.
I missed you.
Look, I got news for you. You did not want your fair complexion down there on that UV of 11 or 12, whatever it was.
Yeah.
My daughter was so excited because the UV was high. And, man, I barely thought I was even in the sun. Next day I look, I'm like, I'm burnt a little bit, and I get pretty olive. My forehead was
Do you feel a little scratchy?
It's
a little
sensitive.
tight?
I'm sensitive.
A little
area
tight?
here in this area, right in there.
Yeah.
Yes. So the next day I wore a long sleeve shirt. I was like, I'm not taking a chance. I have those little, like those beach shirts. Wore that down there. Kept my hat, my sunglasses on.
How
and,
hot was it down there as far as
it was like
temperature?
85, but you know, the
humidity.
breeze. So very humid. But if you're on the beach,
The breeze.
feels good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
breeze.
nice. And if you get a little hot, guess what you can do?
Jump right in that water.
You can cannonball.
In what body of water? Let's
yeah.
talk
So
about your
I
shirts.
Yeah, I found this. Turns out it is Gulf of America now. I had no idea. They said that. I thought it was rumor.
It has been changed in Google Maps.
Yeah, I went down. There was a lot of flags. Gulf of America. I was like, hey, look, it's established, whatever. Let's just deal with this. So I go out there and I decide I'm going to do my own research. I'm not much of one just to hear or read a story and think, well, that's got to be gospel truth. I want to do my own investigating. So I did. Derek, I came to find out some very interesting information.
Please tell.
All the illegal fish are now deported. There's none left in the Gulf. They all got deported. I found that out. There's a large wall in the center of the Gulf now. Found that out. And,
Where did you get your seafood for dinner?
well, it's bass and crappie. That's all they allow in there. And it turns out even on top of all those things, I was like, well, I guess if this is Gulf of America, then something else has to be changed. It's now freshwater. Who knew?
Wow.
Yeah,
no
they
kidding.
changed it from salt to fresh. We're just a full overhaul.
Damn.
Took out the old, brought in some new.
Man, this government's
renovated.
not wasting any time.
Not at all. So I was like, all right, I'll get a shirt.
So does it say Gulf of America all over the place down there? And like
It does.
every gift shop has, I'm sure, that shirt.
All
right?
of them except the sophisticated ones. If your T-shirt costs more
like
than $30,
Walmart.
yeah, right, well, exactly. If your T-shirt costs more than $35, you're probably not getting one of these shirts in that store. My daughter's like, I want to go down to, I don't know, 30A.
Yeah.
30 is the number. A is afterwards. Who knows what A means? I have an idea, and it ends with whole because everybody down there's walking around with their pinkies up. They're drinking Sprite with the pinky up, and I'm like, these people, they think there's something. And then my daughter has to go down there and get a T-shirt, so whatever.
What kind of T-shirt did she get? It was not a
Seaside.
Gulf.
It said Seaside.
Okay, not Gulf of America.
No, she didn't get that one.
Seaside.
Seaside.
That doesn't make sense.
People that know Panama City know that, but I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
So just it's the fruit part of town. Mm-hmm. I like to stay on the not so sophisticated side of town. That's where the fun is.
That's where the Gulf of America is.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time though. We had fun.
Did you get in the water?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you swim out?
Nah, I probably used to do it a lot, but now I wade out to about my neck.
Yeah.
I'm deep, but I'm just not doing too much swimming with the shoulders. I ain't trusting that. And the rip currents is out there, and then you got hammerhead sharks come around. I was constantly looking out for them bad boys because
Any jellyfish?
no, and I've had that happen too. I was ready to pee on somebody. I mean, I was prepared. I had filled up my bladder. I was like, if somebody gets stung, I'm going to be the paramedic. I'm going to pee on
I
them.
was going to say, you are a first
I'm
responder.
going to run right up to them, just be like, hey, look, just relax, sir. Relax.
Just chill. Close your eyes.
Yeah,
at
this will
least.
be normal. This is normal. But you know, have you ever done like a long road trip with kids, youngsters, teenagers?
Well, to St. Louis. That's not long. With Skylar a couple years ago. No, not really.
It's always interesting when you go with a group, with a family, because you know I've done quite a few Griswold trips.
Because your daughter brought a friend, right?
She did. She brought a friend along, and man, I got to tell you something. There's a lot of things that just you don't recognize, you don't pay attention to, but then the kids know about what's going on. We go into Taco Bell. This is true story. True story. Get out all the other liographers that may have happened earlier.
Liographers.
See, notice I was not saying true story on the freshwater, saltwater part. This part's a true story. So now you know, tune in, this is real. And we go into a Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. Do you know that, I'm assuming all, because that's what my daughter said, and if she said it, she probably does know, she knows Taco Bell pretty well. They all have kiosks now. They don't have people taking your order.
Well, I've seen a lot of McDonald's that way now. But,
Yeah. Well, the McDonald's I know of, they have an option. You can go to the person.
Yeah.
You know, the kiosk. Taco Bell, standing there. Nobody coming. My daughter comes in. She's like, you got to go to the kiosk. I'm like, wow, that's an option, right? Nope, got to come over. I got my own order wrong, Derek. I immediately
now
realized.
You can't get upset at anybody.
No, I can't because I quit. I was like, I am now an employee in Taco Bell, and I quit. I am no longer working here.
I'm an
mad
employee.
At myself. I threw my food at myself. It was crazy.
I've worked at so many Krogers and Walmarts because of those self-checkouts.
Jeez. I'm like, where's my W-2, y'all? Yeah, so got my own order wrong. That's true. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm boycotting. If I have to do my own work somewhere, unless they're going to give me some money, give me like a big discount, I'm not even going to order there anymore. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Surely that would have been a better place to eat than Taco Bell.
Well, it's all when you're traveling. No, we weren't in Panama City.
Oh, this is en route.
We're en route too.
Gotcha.
Let me clarify. So yeah, when you're on the road, there comes those moments.
Oh yeah, you stop anywhere.
It's like we're hungry now, and then all of a sudden, the moment everybody decides they're hungry, there's no place to pull off for miles. And same thing with peeing. When the pee moment starts to hit and you see a spot, you should just be like, you know what? I'm throwing caution to the wind. We're stopping. Because if you think, we'll just go to the next one. The next one may not be coming. All of a sudden, I found myself, and I said that pee stops sometimes long ways part what we do. And I wrote that down because I'm like, what is going on here? So I have it written. See, I want to get in tight. I got it written in here. I'm just like, there was that moment where I don't think I'm going to make it. Now, look, let's be honest.
I've been there. I know.
I can always pull over the side of the road.
Yeah.
Get down in the ditch, whatever we got to do. It doesn't matter. But I'm trying to not do that. But besides, man, I got a friend with. So I'm just like, we're going to try to make it. Finally, there's this one Rinky Dink, and I'm saying Rinky, and I'm saying Dink. Both of them together. Rinky and Dink.
Rinky and Dink.
Pull off into this. Look, I don't want to stereotype and be too harsh. Pretty sure I heard a banjo. I think there was a banjo playing.
Okay.
It was in the middle of nowhere.
You're the only then you need one I need to talk to.
That's the guy that was talking. And I'm like, okay, bathroom, where are we at? Go back. The men's bathroom is shut down, locked up. I'm like, so then there's the women's bathroom. There ain't nobody around.
No,
here.
you use it.
This is it. So
done it.
I open it up and immediately, boys and girls. Whew, I don't know who was in there last. Let me tell you something. The convenience store food was not kind to that individual. That place was toe up from the flow up.
Oh, no.
Man, I'm in there. You know how hard it is to concentrate on peeing and not breathing? I'm like, and I'm trying, and I can't do it. I cannot do it.
Oh, no. But, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So in the end.
Because I've been there.
Yeah.
Where it hurts to walk.
It was like a full bladder. I don't even know how full a full bladder is, but it was all the way there and then some. And the girls were just like, we're going to wait. And I come out, I'm like, y'all are so lucky you decided to wait.
Yeah.
But, bathrooms a lot of times are the trip stories, it seems. Have I ever mentioned to you, do you know the floss water lady? Have you ever met her?
I think so.
Alicia?
Can you quit slinging that nasty fly swat around?
Mother of Maddie. She is, by all means, a nerd. I think I've talked about this once before.
Okay.
How she will follow the letter of the law, the rules to a T. Do you know a person like this?
Sort of.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. She that person. If there is a rule, maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't. Doesn't matter. If it's written on a piece of paper, that makes it law.
It's set in stone.
It is now law. It's passed Congress.
Yeah.
It is through the Senate. It is now something you have to live by. We did pull into a gas station. And again, it was me. So maybe I got a small bladder. Maybe my prostate's enlarged. For you people out there that are watching, you're like, hey, maybe coach can't, maybe you should go get seen. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm avoiding the finger. But at the end of the day, it's probably not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying, Dr. Longfield? Yeah. Yo. Hello. So there's a sign on the door, Derek.
Yes.
That says restroom only for customers. And Alicia starts to pull away. And I said, no, I got to go. She said, well, you can buy a drink or something. I said, I'm not buying nothing. I'm going in. I'm using the restroom. I'm leaving. This woman was so nervous. So I come running out of the store on purpose and jump out. I said, punch it. Punch it.
They probably thought you stole
coming.
something.
Of course. She takes off, and I'm just like, what do you think they're going to do? She said, sir, you left your pay and you didn't come in here. You got to purchase a candy bar or something.
You get some bubble gum.
You got to get the sign said it. So I mess with her all the time about that stuff.
I think we've mentioned on this show in the past episode about sometimes you have to stop at a gas station that's out in the middle of nowhere and, maybe a little bit of,
You're the only, then you need one I need to talk to.
And you actually avoid washing your hands.
Yeah.
Because you almost feel dirtier.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're flushing with your feet and trying to open the door with your elbow. And
yeah, this place was that.
But you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's that or the ditch.
Yeah.
It's that or the ditch. So anyways, the trip was uneventful in the sense of catastrophes. We just had some moments like that, which was good. I did see some really funny stuff.
Okay.
Have you ever been sunburned?
Yeah, of course.
Like how bad? Like blister?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
bad, yeah.
So that...
Yes, like... bubbles.
Oh, yeah. Maddie had some small bubbles
on
her face and stuff. She got burnt a little bit. But, man, the best is to people watch. You know, you see these folks coming down to the beach that you know their skin hasn't seen light of day. Parts of their body, anyways. Maybe not all, but parts of their body has not seen light of day. Maybe
pasty.
In years.
Pasty white.
And there was this one lady, and I ain't making fun of folks, but I am telling a story everybody's going to relate to. You could tell she had made an attempt with probably rub-on, is what I'm guessing, sunblock, and you just see red and white stripes like a zebra, where she had rubbed it, but she didn't get it good. So then there's like across her sides.
I've been there.
There's just like stripes of red and white.
I've been there, man.
Oh, she looked miserable.
I've done that. I've been there.
Yeah.
God, I've told the story way back when I was in this band and we camped in Idaho.
Oh, yeah.
Because we played at Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And the second day in or so, we're finally done with the drive. We've rested a little bit. We got a day off, and there's this big field we can play in. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny out. That area where, it was probably 78 degrees out, but then there's snow cap. The Tetons are probably half hour away, just painting the picture. So we're playing football without shirts. And dude.
It snuck up on you.
But I did the best I could with my own, I didn't have any
rub you down.
We were not rubbing each other's backs down.
Yeah, that's
and we all had what you just described, like tiger stripes and blotches on our back, all burnt, and white spots and red spots, and it was a mess.
Yeah.
And the next day we're all just tight and just and having to sleep in a tent where you are at night, you are fully clothed, you got your hat on, your gloves on, you're sleeping in your socks, you're all bundled up, and then you wake up the next day, your air mattress is flat, you're in a pool of sweat.
Sounds like
it just
that's
changes.
A party, boys.
It's just weird how it
Sign
changed.
me up.
As soon as the sun would come up, bam, it would get hot. It was weird. But
what's funny about sunburn too is like it'll make you feel hot, but then you put on air conditioner, immediately you're freezing.
Yeah.
It's like the body temp is now way off.
Yes.
Nothing's working because the skin obviously regulates.
It's thrown off, man.
I was like, I don't know what's going on, man. You screwed yourself here, pal. Like, I got a lot of stories from it, but that's just getting you started. I want to know a little bit about what you got going on. You said you have a fun story. You didn't want to tell me anything about it.
It's an interesting story.
All right, Cannonball.
And you may have missed it because you're in Florida. And you missed the social media activity.
Oh, I did.
That went down.
Oh, okay.
For an unfortunate reason, me and Jeff, the Rhythm Section podcast, had our first official real hater go public and bash us.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, I'm not giving names. I'm not going to.
I did not see this.
I'm not going to read the post.
This is brand new to me.
But
it's a post on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So a friend of mine took a screenshot of this post and sent it to me and Jeff. And he's like, this is effed up.
Is this a previous guest? Or am I allowed to ask that?
No,
this is just a random
I had met this person.
Okay.
He is part of the music community. He doesn't live in Memphis anymore. He lives out of state.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
Sure.
I don't want to.
Allegedly a he. Gotcha.
I don't want to put any. Well, yeah, I gave away. It's a guy.
Just kidding.
Only a guy would do this.
Sure, of course.
And posted this passive-aggressive, sarcastic, snarky scenario where he was going to start his own podcast. And it made it very obvious that he was crapping on us. Almost said a bad word.
You can say some word.
And implying that we do the show to leverage our relationships and stand on the backs of people to get gigs and having success in the music community, and calling us sort of like frauds and stuff like that.
Interesting.
It's very interesting. And so I am at a pool party and I get this. I'm like, what the hell? So I go to this person's page and I don't see the post. So I ask my friend to send me the link. Sure enough, I touch the link and it's broken, right? It won't open. It dawns on me. It's because I'm blocked.
Oh. I'm going to smack talk without you seeing.
Or being able to chime in and defend yourself. So now I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. This is the first time I'm like, what is this all about? But the post never said a name, Jeff or Derek. Didn't say the name of the podcast until the comment section started flowing.
Oh, I see.
And then I personally got called some unsavory things from
the same person?
From said person.
Oh, from same person.
So friends are sending me screenshots of this stuff. And it was weird.
Keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got his helmet on
sure.
and everything. Got in his mom and daddy's basement.
So,
watch this, I'm going to see some stuff.
So, but man, quickly friends are coming to our defense on this post, but I'm going crazy because I can't see it. It was driving me nuts. So finally my buddy, I was at his house, gave me his phone so I could look at the thread and everything. I wasn't commenting because if I did, I was commenting as him. I could not comment as myself. I had no access. And it was a trip and we just couldn't figure out why. And this guy's well known. He played in Memphis for years. He's part of the old school. He knows a lot of people here and a lot of people know him.
Yeah.
And they're all like, some people are now texting us privately. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Keep doing what you're doing.
I know what it is.
What?
You're hanging around some bad folks, man. You need to pick better friends. That guy, Coach Cam, you should cancel.
Cancel your butt. The next day, I wake up and I start seeing a lot of our friends posting our podcast logo and saying nice things about us. And no one was turning around and rebashing this person, but just came in support. And so that was a lot of activity. What day was it? Yesterday. And to the point where I felt like I had to make a post. Like I need to say something. I've had no option to kind of chime in here, you know? So I had to make my own standalone post and it made it as clean as possible. I didn't bash anyone, mentioned no names. I didn't get into the details, just kind of explained, hey, this is what's going on. But first, I just want to thank all of you for having our backs. We do appreciate it. Here's what's going on. Thank you for watching, listening, supporting, blah, 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 and put it out there. So I know you didn't see that because you're in Florida.
Yeah.
And then that got a ton of comments and shares. It was weird, man. Like it was the first time. Oh, I mean, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have plenty of comments in there that are bad. Yeah. But never to this level where in a small way, in a tight little community, I call it micro viral.
Okay.
Like everyone in the music community saw this post. Except for me.
Yeah.
The guy he's bashing specifically.
Womp womp. Well, look, so I'm thinking now I could pull a Portnoy.
Pull a what?
Portnoy. I'll probably say his name wrong. People cringe.
Mike Portnoy?
Yeah, Portnoy. Oh boy. He hates the Yankees, which by the way.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Screw you. The guy with Barstool Sports.
Oh.
Portnoy?
Yeah, Portnoy. Because Mike Portnoy is a drummer.
For
Dream Theater.
Oh, I've never met that.
But now I know who you're talking about.
The Barstool Sports guy. Yeah, he's podcast guy, TV guy.
Yes.
By the way, screw you, Mr. Portnoy, talking bad about the Yankees. Screw you. Our torpedo bats are awesome. Those things are amazing. That's all I'm saying. All right. We have a right to have a torpedo bat if we want one. New York Yankees. Anyways, I'm thinking I could pull one of his. He wrote a diss rap song for Zach Bryan's girlfriend.
What?
Because Zach Bryan did some naughty stuff and was rude and mean and bashed on her. And so then he's friends with his ex. And so he wrote a rap song or some version of it. I could do that about this fella because I'm a good rapper.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was bizarro world for a while.
Crazy. Man,
and it was a mixture of, it's hard to not have your feelings hurt a little bit.
Well, it's attacking your character.
And then, exactly. And then the frustration of, this guy doesn't really know me. He's met me twice. By the way, super nice to me. Nice guy.
Sure.
Everyone else would say, this guy's not like this. Everyone was defending us, but also very confused that anyone that knew him were like, where's this coming from? This is not like him.
Maybe he got hacked. It was AI.
No, because it was, solidified when he started naming me specifically.
Gotcha.
So, no, actually I take it back. This is why I do know, is Jeff called this guy.
Oh,
Jeff,
well, then that kind of does eliminate the possibility.
Jeff called
of a
him
hack job or something.
And that's when, so no hack job.
Yeah.
And it was just, please people, just be positive.
Well, he's not going to be invited to my positive voices. Now what?
And
mic drop.
If you are a content creator out there and this has happened to you or it may happen to you and they don't know you, remind yourself they don't know you.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can say what they want, but try not to take it too personally because they don't know your true character. They don't know you. For whatever reason, they must be living in a miserable part of their life. I don't know. These trolls must be in a situation where they just feel like they need to, I don't know.
Well, if you remember when I started out,
outward emotion,
motivate with Coach Camp thing, that's what I talked about was how it's easy to be negative, and people that usually are negative do it that way because that's how they feel better about themselves, rather than try to make someone else feel better about the situation, whatever the situation is. It doesn't have to be something, but just encouraging somebody. It's easier to break them down so they feel better. But those people are really hurting. That person's probably really hurting. You know what I would offer him?
What's that?
Do you need me to hug you right now?
Do you need a hug, sir?
Where's that dream button? The dreamy button.
The dreamy button.
Where's that button? I don't know that button over there. I can't see the
buttons.
buttons.
Oh, yes.
The dreamy button. There it is.
Well, do you need a hug?
Maybe we could just bring it in right now. I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to show you, if you're looking at this, if you're on YouTube, this is how I do it. It'll be like, I nuzzle a little bit. Be like, it's okay, boy. It's okay. Shh. The pain will go away soon. Oh. Did that get weird?
You're hugging the microphone.
I spent too much time down in that saltwater, dadgummit.
But, I'm not playing a victim here. We're trying to think of ways to make fun of the whole experience on our next show.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be the ones to blast back.
Embrace the negative comments.
In a way.
People used to say I had big eyes.
It's about keeping it comical, though.
Sure.
So
well, they say, hey, look, your eyebrows are so big. Why are they so big? So I got big eyes. What do you think is going to shield them mothers? Something comes down from the sky. Boom. I need something to block it off. People stop making fun of my eyes. Then it's like, well, look at your face. I'm like, yeah, look at my face. If I didn't have this face, my butt would look so good. My butt looks great. See, you can't hurt a person that can dominate the conversation back on themselves.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what you got to do.
Yeah. So we're going to think of a way to address it on the show without being not even this specific.
If you need me to run a rap song, though, I can.
Because most of our audience on that show already know. It's not like we have to make an announcement.
Sure.
We're thinking of ways to throw in some quips that certain people will get the joke for.
Yeah, the behind the scene thing. I say it all the time. That's why it's like when I say things you don't understand, trust me, somebody out there knows these things. They know what's going on.
But yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that happen to you, Derek.
Yeah.
You don't need validation from anybody to be you. Be you.
It was nice to see people step up, but then I was also ready for it to all go away.
That makes sense. Yeah. Well, it is kind of a sad thing, I guess, then to know that I've been broken so hard in my lifetime from the military to the fire department that I don't know that my feelings can be hurt anymore. It's like, that's fine. Really fine. It's okay. My wife tears me down all the time. Fly swatter lady constantly dropping an elbow. Let me tell you.
Quit slinging that nasty fly swatter
She's bringing it, which is, by the way, that's why whenever I have opportunities to drive the exclamation point straight in,
Boom.
I do it. So whenever we went putt-putt golfing, do not think for a second, every hole I won, I wasn't doing some Dutchman tail walking and woo! I was
the Ric Flair strut.
I had that going on. I'm like, ooh, that ball going, ball going in.
What's it gonna
Ball
do?
going in. Oh, That was on cue.
That was perfectly timed and not rehearsed.
That's right, man. So that's what I was doing. Every time I get a chance, putt golf, slamming it, knock it home. Nobody's going to get a chance around this month.
Man, I have not played putt in years.
You know what? It would have been a lot more fun if we didn't choose the time of day we did it. Turns out in Panama City, it can be real hot when you're not on the beach. Man, I had just droves of sweat rolling down my back. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
But that's what you do when you're in the beach area.
That's what you do. That's that and a lot of ice cream, seafood. Ate a bunch. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm thinking, wow, this is not the beach bod that I once dreamed of. Something has got away from Chris right here.
That got away from me many years ago.
I'm going to have to rewind a little bit on this one. When was the last time you've been to a beach, though?
Oh, gosh. Last time I was in Maine, which was October or even November. And I know, beach, November, but I went to go see my beach and the last time I was in Maine. No matter what time of year I'm in Maine, I go look at the ocean.
That makes sense.
So November of 2021.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's been a little bit.
21.
Well, then you probably do know this. And most people, if you've ever been to a beach, you know this. Somehow the sand finds its way into every crevice of your body in places you never could imagine, things you thought you took care of, and it still wasn't taken care of. I'm telling you, by the end of day 2, you cannot get into your bed and not feel crunchies all around you. I mean,
you got to shower.
Dude, we shower, you dry off, you take your towel, you wipe your feet, and you get in the bed, and there's still sand everywhere. Everywhere. I'm like, dude, if you live at the beach, this is your life. This is all you know. Incredible.
Yeah.
It's
I grew up in it.
Yeah. If people grow up on the sand or on the beach, they have to be ready for it.
My grandparents had an old school above ground pool. So as soon as we got home from the beach, whoosh, I just jump right in that pool and just soak. Swim around after swimming in the ocean all day. Yeah. Get in the pool.
Well, now the Gulf
it would feel good.
It's no longer salt, so you can get down
That's
there.
Right. Gulf of America.
It's nothing but it's fresh water.
The freshest water.
No more sharks. They got rid of them. They're like, no more. You're not allowed in here. Sharks out.
It's not green anymore. It's blue.
It's a blue color. It's weird. I don't know how they did all that. So it's a lot of work.
That's a lot of food coloring.
It's a lot of food coloring, but I got to tell you something, man. The sand was definitely, and if you don't get it out of the creases whenever if you got swim trunks on, man, chafage, all that stuff. There's way too much information, but
brutal. I went to say brutal.
Yes.
And then it mixed beautiful, so it was brutal.
Yeah, that's actually, we're in Memphis, so that makes sense. Brutal.
Dooba.
Thank you. Hey, when you travel, did you guys ever do any road games? I want to ask you that question.
Like while in the bus or truck or van or whatever?
Anywhere, yeah. Road? Just like, try to find the license plates in order, alphabetical or anything like that.
Everyone's busy with their own little earbuds in and staring out the window and sleeping.
I got to tell you, we have a couple. We do every time. And I failed you today, sir.
Why? I
failed you. We played one of these games on our way home. We do it a lot of road trips, not every road trip. So by now you would think I would have it down. One of the things we'll do is by the way, I always I'll bring an atlas. I bring an actual map book.
Old school.
Yes, we will use the GPS, but I bring the map book just in case things go down.
Yeah, I mean, if there's the zombie apocalypse en route
we're going
Florida,
through Alabama. There's probably places that internet doesn't go. I mean, it's like we're not going down
if
here.
the system breaks down and the phones go away, what are you going to do?
Yeah, what can you do? Nothing. So we will have the GPS, obviously, but we bring the book just in case something comes up. We got to have it. So we will play this game where we go from start to finish, alphabetical order, and in the book it has the capitals. And so we try to, Alabama, name the capital.
Oh, that's cool.
Alaska, name the capital, and see who can remember, who knows them. Man. I thought I knew Maine.
Yeah, no.
I missed it.
Oh, Maine.
I missed it.
What did you say? Bangor?
Nope. I said Columbia.
Okay, yeah. No, it's Augusta.
It's Augusta.
Yeah.
I said, man, if I could have had a phone a friend, I bet
you call me.
Derek would have known this
That's
one.
the one I will know.
Yeah, I was banking that you would have known that one. I missed it. I said Columbia. Columbia is a capital of one of the states.
Yeah.
And now I can't remember which one it is now.
I can't either.
And there's some of them that have some weird stuff like Mount Pillier, which is like Vermont.
Yep.
I just remembered that one. But we went through them all. Maddie knew like 4. And so I was impressed she knew 4. to be honest with you.
It's easy to think it's the biggest city in the state.
That's fact.
It's the most central one.
A lot of times it is one you're not thinking of, and it is central a lot of times. It's true. Yeah, because like, for instance, New York is not New York.
No, it's Albany.
Albany.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
It's
okay.
weird. It's a weird.
Yeah.
It's like, who's thinking of that?
You would think
it would be
New York City.
New York. But
Nope.
in Massachusetts, it is Boston.
Yes.
So sometimes it does line up with
Sometimes
the biggest city.
It works out, yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, I know it's probably a little bit boring, but that's one of the things we did on the way home. There's a lot of games people do, and it's like they do colors.
Well, I used to do these games with Skylar when she was younger, for sure, where we would guess the candy bar, and you would have to just ask a series of questions to drill down. So Skylar would be like, okay, I have one in my head now, Dad. And I'm like, okay. Does it have peanuts?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
What's the name
does
of that?
Does it have caramel? No. Nugget? Yes. And early on, though, I had to teach her what nugget was.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm like, Three Musketeers? She's like, yeah. I'm like, that's all nugget.
Have you ever seen
So you would just break it down to the point where, and she always knew my favorite was Kit Kat. So she usually
circled right back to that quick?
it was always Kit Kat.
What's the name of that? There's a name for that you can do with Siri. Where you, man, I want to say Baconator, but that ain't it.
Baconator.
Alkinator, Rayconator. Right now, any kids listening to this are like cringing because they know what it is.
I have no idea.
Well, think about it. So, like Google, if you have the Siri Google at your house, you can look it up real quick. There's a Baconator.
Well, I know the Baconator.
Yeah, it's probably a sandwich.
Cheeseburger at Wendy's.
That sounds delicious.
So if I put in Baconator, it's just going to give me Wendy's.
No, it's like a game where it narrows it down. It'll ask you questions. It'll be like, is this a person or a thing? And like it's a person. And like, is this a famous person? And you have to say yes. Is this person a singer? And you have to say yes. So like it'll ask you, the machine ask you questions and narrows it down. And then it will pick. So like if you picked, I don't know, coming up with something, Chewbacca. It can figure out that you're thinking about Chewbacca by asking questions and narrowing it down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was playing with Skylar.
But this does it with the world spectrum, and Maddie will play this. So I chose Coach Camp the other day, and they didn't know who I was, and I'm just like, I'm upset about that.
So I just Googled, yes, Siri can play simple games. For example, you can ask Siri to flip a coin, roll a die, or play the Magic 8 Ball.
It's not those things. Baconator, Maconator, Aconator. Maybe it's the Aconator.
How would you spell that?
I don't know. Aconator. This is taking a nosedive. Aconator. I got to know what it is. I got to know. This came up. And then everybody out there.
Online game, Aconator.
There it is, Aconator.
Akinator.
There you go.
Aconator can read your mind. Yeah, there we go. And tell you what character you are thinking of.
So if somebody out there's listening to this and they were thinking, this guy's lost it, the sun has baked his melon. No, it is a thing.
This is new to me.
There you go. Now you're going to go home and be stuck for hours doing
online game, Aconator.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one we're talking about. Yes, sir.
So Aconator is a video game where the AI attempts to guess which real or fictional character the player is thinking of by asking a series of questions.
That's it.
Developed by the French company Eloquence.
Them dang French. I swear. You can't.
The game is said to often guess correctly.
Look at that.
Gameplay. The game begins by asking the player to think of a character. Aconator then asks questions related to the player's thoughts.
So if it's a cartoon, ask if it's a cartoon.
And attempts to guess the character based on the answers. It reads your mind. Man.
Except it doesn't know who Coach Camp is. What the frick is going on?
What are you doing here?
I quit. Aconator lose. So now I just taught you something.
Very cool. I'm going to check that thing out.
Yeah, it's
fun. Hey, we still got a little bit of time here.
Okay, what you want to tell me about?
Let's break into promoting current events.
And just for people who don't know, I'm straight from the beach. I'm exhausted. You've had a long day. You
dropped your family off and came straight to the studio.
This shows you how much love we have for you, because I know you guys look forward to this on Fridays. So break off a couple of the events coming up, sir. What you got?
Well, you have some speaking events.
I do have some.
So you're on June 1st, you're going to be speaking at the Baptist DeSoto Cancer Survivor Day.
In South Haven.
Tell us about that.
So after I did my cancer series, you remember those? I had the 3 guests.
On your Monday show.
On the Monday show. A person reached out to me and asked if I would do the last 15 minutes as a motivational speech to everyone out there. It's a full day event, and they have food trucks out there and all kinds of stuff. They're going to release a bunch of butterflies. And anyway, it's really cool, very honored. And I think, let me say this with complete humility. I worked on this on my trip home. I think I have a really solid speech that is both touching and motivating. And I will have trouble not crying.
I have no doubt in your abilities, sir.
Thank you. So I'm looking forward to that. But the day before that, May 31st, you will be with me here in Hernando at Memphis 1 Street.
That's right.
Hope Center.
The Hope Center, another youth leadership conference.
Incredible.
I know we don't have the names of the speakers in front of us, but we know a few that we can probably just think of immediately.
Sure enough. Tawana Johnson.
Tina Tatum.
Tina Tatum will
Coffee
be there.
Central.
Wicker.
Chad Wicker, one of our aldermen, I believe Ward 4.
Coach Camp.
Coach Camp.
I'll be leading it off is what I found out. I was told that. I was told I was going to be leading off the group.
Kenny McKinney, of course. He speaks at everyone, right?
Yeah, we're going to have Andrea Tony, Annabelle. Annabelle's going to be there.
Annabelle, yes, of course.
Trey Price. I don't know if I've ever met him. He's with the Sheriff's Department. And Rodney Hall, which is District 20 Representative, House of Representatives.
Okay.
So we got a House of Rep.
Cool. Plus the panel of the young youth leaders answering questions delivered by you.
Yes.
We'll be there filming and interviewing like we've done now. This is going to be
awesome.
This is the 3rd event for me to have this, content capturing, creating relationship with y'all.
Yep.
Looking forward to it right here in Hernando, so that's easy.
Yeah, you and I, we're doing this thing. Yep. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so tomorrow, if you're listening to this on published day.
That's right. Yeah, good
tomorrow. And then June 2nd, you have another speaking event. Yeah, Tell us about that.
So it's at Union Campus, Southwest Tennessee Community College. Our best choice. And it's for student leadership. I was asked by one of the professors there to come in and speak on if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But my approach is actually going to be a little bit different. They're not going to see this coming. I don't like to be predictable. You know this. So it is going to be about planning, but it's going to be really about goal setting. The plan is a secondary product of the goal. The goal has to be paramount. The plans can change 1,000,000 times. The goal must stay the same.
Yeah.
Pow!
Bam!
I'm bringing it. Them kids are going to be scared and excited.
I cringe when I hear if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Or if you plan to fail, you fail to plan if you don't plan to fail. Hang on. What did I just say? Nick, nack, paddywhack, give my dog a bone. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
You plan to fail.
And I feel like that's me. I'm not a good planner.
I don't think the plan should be the thing that's cemented. It should just be the goal. The plan sometimes can be misleading.
I might even have issues with what's my goal.
That would be a problem.
That's a problem.
Because if you don't know where you're going, you don't have
I know where my visions go and what I've loved, and how I would love things to be.
It's just ADD.
But yeah, it is. Yeah. And it's just a constant entrepreneurial scramble, grind, surviving every day. But it's no excuses. I'm not making excuses.
Sometimes, it's your goal doesn't have to be concrete as much as it has to be just an idea of what you want to do. So you know what you're kind of wanting to do. It's like me, Coach Camp, I want to be positive, want to be helpful, want to be motivational.
Well, I guess I have a plan when it comes to Thrive.
Sure.
I keep poo-pooing myself because I feel like SRP Studios is just in a different place that is frustrating. But
that's wonderful.
Slowly building this DJ thing.
Yeah.
I guess I have some plan.
Yeah, you do.
But I can't execute on some plans because really the biggest thing I need to do is kind of get an official logo done by a professional.
There's that. Cannonball's going to get one.
And then have the assets, the free cups to give at an event, stickers, pens, just marketing assets and materials. I don't have anything because I have no money for it.
Takes time. Got to be patient. You should come sit in on my speech. I think you'll get a lot from it. It'll be awesome. I really feel passionate about these things because I've lived so much of it. Yeah. And, I think it's really actually, man, this is a great quote.
Another page.
This was a quote. I got a lot of them in here. It says, life is lived forward but only makes sense in reverse. Think about
Yes.
that. Think
Yeah.
about that.
Hindsight's 20/20,
That
right?
is so deep right there. You have to constantly stop and look back, and then life does make sense. But it's the process you're going through.
Yes.
You're learning stuff that you don't realize you're learning, and if you don't pause to think about it, then those lessons might be lost. So I've got just a power packed. I wrote speech, and then I wrote a speech, and then I wrote a speech on the way home today. All 3 different versions and angles.
So was Alicia driving?
You quit slinging that nasty fly swatter
No,
around.
I just closed my eyes and said, "Hey, look, take over, Siri." And I was just writing, so I was hoping for the best.
Drive for
It's not
me,
a
please.
Tesla. No, Alicia did drive some,
Yeah.
so yeah, she helps out.
Well, speaking of Thrive,
Talk to me.
I have a date I'd like to push.
Put it on now.
June 6th,
Yes.
Friday, I will be DJing the DeSoto Arts Council Back Porch Party,
Let me see if I got that in my book.
7 to 9. The Arts Council is on, in essence, the corner of Commerce and 51. It's the old City Hall building, the old school small City Hall building, across from Junior's, or now it's called Junior's Eating House.
Okay, yep.
And guess what? On the back side of the building, there's a porch and the parking lot. And in the parking lot, they put out tables and chairs. There's going to be a cash bar there, free food. It's free to go. You don't have to be a Arts Council member. From 7 to 9. Usually they have live music.
June 6th.
June 6th.
How about
Friday. It's usually and always has been like an acoustic band, solo, duo, sometimes trio. All musicians have donated their time for it. This is not a paid situation for anyone, but over the years, musicians step up for it. It's the first Friday of every month, starting I want to say May, and it goes through September, something like that. There's
You and
6.
I are going to be busy that day together.
There's 6 in their calendar year that they do, and I offered my services because I have a relationship with them and the board and the peeps over there, and they're all about it. So, yeah, for the first time, they're going to just have a DJ on one of the nights, and that's going to be June 6th, Friday, 7 to 9, DeSoto Arts Council. Come to the back porch,
I'll be there.
eat some free food. If you want some alcohol, a little cash bar,
Gotcha.
and enjoy some music, and it's also a great networking atmosphere.
Sure.
But then the reason for it is to drive traffic to the actual galleria inside the council office, where local artists have their stuff displayed, ready for purchase.
There you go.
If you want to support local artists,
I like that idea.
this is a great thing to go to.
You and I are going to be together all day that day. Did you know this?
It's your daughter's birthday, right?
Nope. The next day is her birthday.
Okay.
That day, we have 2 podcasts earlier in the day.
We do, don't we?
I'm interviewing a future Major League Baseball
Yes.
pitcher, and I'm interviewing 2 guys that were just on Amazing Race.
Whew. So,
Celebrity, star, status, and then that night I get to hang out with DJ Thrive.
well, listen to that weekend for me. Yes, so we have our sessions like you mentioned. I'm doing the back porch party. The 7th is when me and Jeff film our live audience episode 100 at Roosters in Memphis.
That's awesome.
I'm loading in at noon. We're interviewing the owner and bar and general manager at 2 before the doors open. So there's a film session. And then doors open at 3, show kicks off at 3:30, and me and Jeff for the first time are going to be interviewing people in front of an audience
That's going to be awesome.
till 5, tear down.
So when are you starting that one? I want to make sure I get that in here.
The doors open at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, at Roosters Blues House Highland or something like that.
See, I even got that in my
There you
calendar.
go.
Already had that there.
And then that Sunday, the 8th, me and Jeff have several hours of filming for the podcast, as we do every Sunday. And then a band rehearsal, the new band that we're working on, Back in Time, Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Hammer down. You know
It's
what
gonna
you
be
need?
a long-ass weekend.
You need a trip to Panama City Beach, Florida.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But yeah, come hang out. Come say hello.
Yes.
I'd love to meet you.
Yeah.
7 to 9.
Don't go down to your mom and daddy basement. Start writing some nasty grams.
And I'm not club DJing this thing. It's just going to be more music, probably more yacht rockish type stuff.
Yep.
And every 30 minutes or so, I'm going to promote the artists.
I think what you should do too is have a couple interjections. Like maybe somebody come up and do an impromptu rap song.
That too. Or for certain friend or friends, because this person is my friend too.
Yes.
Might make another public appearance.
Can you quit slinging that nasty fly swatter out?
And there you go.
And here's what I'm not going to have to deal with.
What's that?
At the back porch party, the DeSoto Arts Council on June 6th. 7th. No generator. No generator.
That feels good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. I think I'll bring one just to bring you back. Some reminiscing.
All the friends that just so happened to be in that area and came to say hello, I've since then seen them in different scenarios and different things.
Yeah.
And different gatherings. It's the first thing they say. It's like, that generator was loud.
That's what I told you. So I saw you.
I was like, I know.
I had shell shocked. I was like,
Yeah.
Hey, look, one quick thing. The house that we stayed in, this does not have anything to do with the generator.
Okay. Yeah.
But this does have something to do with having your mind on something different.
Mm-hmm.
So, our house that we rented just now,
Was
because
it-
the generator is what made me think about
Okay.
it. Because the back porch area was a cacophony of frogs at night. It was so freaking loud.
Yeah, I bet.
So loud. And there was a pond, and right at the back door, it says, please leave this door shut at all times. Alligators are sometimes get into the pond in the back. So I'm like,
Lock, deadbolts,
I'm like, oh,
chain.
wow. Okay. But it was the frogs, man. The frogs. That was my generator. I'm like, oh my God.
I used to have, where's my crickets? There we go.
That would have been
Nice.
That was not what we had.
Yeah.
I had to turn fans on and stuff and try to drown sound out. So, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah. It becomes an earworm. It's all
Oh
you
my
hear.
God.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it.
The generator triggered that. Sorry about that. Forgot about it.
Generator.
Oh, well.
I'm 2 gigs in.
Yes, 2 generators in.
2 generators in.
How about that?
Thankfully, I've been able to overpower the generator, but you can't really overpower it. It's always right in there. It's just a hum.
You know what I'm going to do today, though?
What are you going to do
Go
today?
home and aloe up. Once I get to the house, I'm going to take a little lather. I'm just going to aloe everything. I'm just going to, and then I'm going to lay.
You going to jump in your pool?
Oh, it's going to aloe everywhere.
With some fans? Put some fans on you?
Because I feel hot.
Yeah.
Warm. I got my shirt on, got my new shirt, but other than that, so that's what we're going to do.
The Gulf of America,
what
established in 2025, Panama City Beach, Florida.
That was the official place. They had the gavel, hit it, and then the water started turning. It was just like the Red Sea, only it's different.
Yeah.
And
all the salt just lifted into the
away.
air and
it was gone.
flew off like locusts.
And now, fresh water for anybody that goes down there. Bass and crappie.
Crystal clear, you can see straight to the bottom.
All the way.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing.
In the Caribbean, you can, and it's beautiful.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
It's just like bath water, which
It's
it is
amazing.
beautiful till you see the shark and you're like, oh, I can see it really well.
Right. Yeah.
Now I wish I kind of didn't see it and I wasn't in the water.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
But when in Rome, right?
That's right. Well,
What
Derek,
else do we got, man?
I think
Are we
that's
at a loss of words?
I think we're just at a loss of brain cell.
I mean, we still got like 10 minutes.
So
to
much
go.
of my brain was cooked this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I was pretty responsible about staying out of the sun, direct sunlight for the most part. Did a little bit just to get a little bit of sun on me, but man, it's just so intense. And there was so many women walking around with thongs that they shouldn't have, and I couldn't. And then I was like, wow, that is something else. And I was like, maybe it's me. Maybe I should have a thong on. Thank you. So I was like, wow.
Hey, go to Maine
We
between
got the
Memorial
boys up there?
Day and Labor Day. You go see all the Canadians
Okay.
in their Speedos.
Yeah. Well,
That's a thing. That's when you know. You're like, that's Canadian. I mean, you see all the Quebec license plates.
that makes sense.
But you know the Frenchies out there because they're pasty white and very skimpy Speedos.
How about that? I guess they're good swimmers. I don't know. It's
It's always been a thing.
dynamic.
It's always been a thing with the people north of Maine.
Yes.
So,
Well, I'm not judging anybody. I'm really not. But it was eye-catching. You can't help but notice it whenever it's just like, pew, 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 pew. I'm like, Alicia, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do right now? This is not my fault.
I know what you were supposed to do.
Oh. Cannonball! I was like, this is a distraction.
We don't have to try to drag it out to 60 minutes
Sometimes you're just tired.
Yeah.
And you pull it off and you get there and you're glad that we did it because
Yeah.
I don't want to miss weeks.
No,
and
no,
the
no.
material was important because I feel like I was able to recap my road trip.
And we're filming in the evening. Usually we do morning.
It is 7 o'clock at
I've
night.
been in this little cave editing all day.
It's literally 7 o'clock at
I
night.
know.
Yeah, straight
so
from the
I
beach.
came in kind of sleepy too, just
Man,
out of
it
sorts. But
happens.
no, I didn't drive in from Florida. So
That's all right. I'm not complaining.
I sat on my butt just around the corner here.
I'm
at my
glad
desk.
to be here. You know,
And I'm glad to have the opportunity to go look at
Wait,
motivatewithcoachcamp.com.
thank you. And when you're there, hey, look at the other one. You got to pull up one tab, pull up a second tab. SRP Studios LLC.com.
If you know of anyone that wants to start a podcast, please let me know.
Talk to him.
I could really use the business.
I heard of one guy. He's in a basement. He's going to start his own podcast. I heard.
Oh yeah.
That's called a callback. Circle.
You know, if you want to
You can
troll us,
troll.
you know, you don't have to make it public.
Yeah,
You can
call
email
me.
us or email us.
Do it. Hey, where would they email though?
That would be cannonballinglife@gmail.com.
And we'll read it on the air. I will. I'll read it.
Oh, of course.
Please, talk about it.
if we got like a troll that really wanted to blast us, I know
I'd
you
read
and
it.
I would have fun with that. And
I
we
would read every word of it and tell them thank you. And where's your mama at? I want to show her what you're saying.
Oh, and by the way,
Yes.
you know, to the troll I was mentioning earlier, thank you. Why? Because you actually gave us a lot of reach. Because of all those posts and posts that I've put out over the last few weeks promoting our 100th episode at Roosters. People then, in support of us, went back to those posts and reshared them again.
There we
Pushing
go.
it more out. Thank you.
Yep. Every
You know?
negative has a positive.
All right. And Positive Voices, link in the group description.
And donate
Venmo.
money at Motivate with Coach Camp.
Camp.
Venmo. Hey guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Love you guys.
Peace out. Have a nice weekend.
Do it.
See you.